What is going on YouTube? Today what we'll be doing is talking about the release of the new Beerus and Super Saiyan God Goku and how to get prepared for the new updates coming up along with the whole level 2000, all the different changes that are coming in the coming weeks here. Stay tuned, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so as usual the giveaway details are on your screen. Make sure that you're subscribed because you must be subscribed to take part into the giveaway. Make sure that you're liking the video and that you're commenting the 2 answers to the questions I'll be asking you throughout the video. Make sure that you're going back to the old videos to make sure that you get all of your comments in to get as many chances to win as possible. That being said, let's get into our video. So they've already announced Goku and Super Saiyan God form. They've already announced Beerus kind of through this V-jump scan that we have, and we don't have much information. But that being said, I do believe that this is an indication that there's going to be some kind of a God tag if they're releasing them together. You know, it's only logical that they would have some kind of synergy between the two of them. Obviously Goku with the God energy. We're going to have a bunch of blue forms. I mean, I think at this point it's pretty confirmed that we're going to have some kind of transformation for Gogeta. Coming out of his base form into blue form or something along those lines to follow Broly's theme. So probably going to have a bunch of different Super Saiyan Blue having the God tag or something along those lines. But actually today what I want to do is talk about the preparation for all of these events. So we're going to take a look at 3 teams that I enjoy, would like to play more for some of them. Obviously you guys know that I'm playing this movie team right here at the current time. But in general, when looking at the fact that we're going to be leveling up to 2000, several things come to mind here. Now the first thing is rebalancing. I mean, they've already cranked up Frieza, they've cranked up Ginyu, they've cranked up a few characters that were kind of getting no use in the game. So I do believe that this is on their agenda, and I think that they're not sure how to do it right now, and I do believe that level 2000 is a great way for them to kind of hit the big reset button on power creep. Obviously Broly being the grand finale of, you know, pay to win at this point. Even I have to admit that you have Broly, you have an advantage, period. With Gogeta coming out most likely soon, we already have him all in game via the challenge mission. I mean, he's probably going to be just as broken. So I would not be surprised if we got level 2000 maybe for Christmas, maybe a bit later, maybe at the start of the year. It's definitely coming soon. They've announced it already actually. And I kind of just want to touch on why these 3 teams are my, I guess you could say, picks for when I'm going to level up first. Now I want to start with the movie team because there's something very specific that I want to point out. Fury, Broly. Right now we have the event that is still up, and I encourage all of you to go out, use all your energy, and get as much what is it, the soul essence or whatever, and the super souls stacked up. I have maybe 10 to 15 super souls right now and over 400 something souls, because when you can get to level 2000, if that event is done, your Broly's not getting leveled up. So make sure that you have ample amounts of souls stacked up so that when we get that whole super tier, you guys are ready to level him up, because he does still give that buff to the team, right? Obviously the movie team, you guys know why I love this team. I think I have it right now with the ability bonus up to 1550. It's pretty ridiculous. It rivals a mono team in terms of ability buffs, just because the numbers are so high on the movie saga's buffs, just because they're older units which used to come with big buffs because there weren't that many of them. So you can stack them really high. Not only that, but you don't have only Saiyans. You have, for example, Lineage of Evil, you have Pikkon, you do have Super Saiyans, you have base form. You know, there's a lot of synergy going on here with self buffs, for example. So Broly obviously gives the buffs to the whole team. So if you do go up against a Frieza Force or something like that, go ahead and bring, I think it's Pikkon that actually gives bonus damage to the Frieza Force. I have to double check it off the top of my head, can't quite remember, but we have a lot of damage going on, especially with Gogeta that will self-buff, and these numbers that will be getting cranked up at level 2000, right? Don't forget that stats will increase. So, for example, if you only had 100 strike damage, you get 10%, it's only 10 extra strike damage, right? Not a big deal. When you have, let's say, 100,000 strike damage, all of a sudden you're getting 10,000 bonus points. So the whole percentages here that I was mentioning, I mentioned this in a few videos ago, like probably at the beginning of this channel. I was talking about how the rising values, especially with power creep, the percentages were going to start to matter a whole lot more. Now, next one is our Saiyan team for roughly the same reason, just because they are very hard hitters, but more importantly, they have the anti-tags. With Goku Black, you have the anti-hybrid and anti-Saiyan tag, and then with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you have the anti-regeneration tag. So you have a lot of potential already to counter whatever that team will be coming up. So if, for example, people are predicting to have a lot of Saiyans, maybe they'll go with the regen tag because of the Boos that are coming out, which we'll talk about in just a second. So having that Super Saiyan 3 Goku is going to be very important. I also predict that with the stats kind of balancing out, we're going to get a return of all the green units, right? So we're talking about 16, we're talking about Bardock, we're talking about Goten, we're talking about Instant Transmission Goku maybe, who's a Super Saiyan, would fit with the blue Bardock here. I'm not risking, I'm going to go with the double purple, leveling up this team. And lastly, our regen team. Now, don't forget where we are in the meta. We're still in the Buu saga. They're kind of skipping ahead to promote the movie. We're getting a lot of God stuff coming up and all that, whatever. But when they go back to the story, I'm saying, when they're back, we start at level 2000, and they decide to finish off the story where they left off, right? We still have Mystic Gohan. Unless Mystic Gohan brings something magically amazing to the Hybrids team, I don't think that's going to be enough for now. I think we'll have to wait just a little bit more for more Hybrid units to come out in order to save that team. So I'm not worried about Mystic Gohan, even though a lot of people want him. I'm looking more towards the Regen team because they're already so good, but just underpowered. They just don't quite mesh together. And I think that the release of Super Buu, Kid Buu, Buuhan, Buu Tanks, we have so many variations of Buu, possibly with transformations as well. That could definitely come in and save this team right here. Don't forget that as we level up to 2000, Green Piccolo might find relevance again with all the damage right at the beginning. With these new units, that cover change might be actually really important. We have the rise of Super Saiyans again because of the Broly, because of the Super Saiyan Bardock, so Cell gaining importance again. Having damage reduction, remember, actually it was in this video, now that I'm thinking about it, the video I did on Majin Buu, where I mentioned that later on these percentages might matter. Well, here we go, we're leveling up. That 10% damage reduction that he can get onto himself, the lock-in, stuff like that, it's going to start to matter when we're pushing forward. So obviously getting big buffs with the Cell and the Kamikolo to their damage, and the Janemba, just I still believe is a individually, if I made a Z tier list, I still think Janemba is an individualistically amazing unit just because of the counterplay. You don't need your Vanish at all costs, similar to Broly right now, I guess, in that sense. But definitely dependent on future Buu releases and any other regen characters for that matter, but specifically looking at Buu because of where we are in the sagas. So that being said, let me know in the comments what it is that you guys think will happen with the Super Saiyan God Goku, and what it is that you will think will happen with the Beerus. Do you think they'll be exclusively God characters, similar to the fusion characters, where they got their kind of fusion abilities? Maybe Goku will still have the Saiyan tag, maybe Beerus will have the Universe 7 tag, something like that. And the second question is, let me know what your first team that you will be leveling up is. I mean, we're all gonna have to choose a team because we gotta get into that end game ASAP. So let me know what you're gonna be leveling up first. With that being said, next video we're going to be hitting up another kind of high level PvP strategy. So definitely make sure you smash that subscribe button. That being said, see you in the next video and have a great weekend. See ya.